All right, we're live into the leverage community. Everyone, welcome back to another episode of Leverage. I don't even know what episode we're on, but today we've got a long
36.
36. There you go. Thanks for reading that long. We've got Long Doan with us, and he's out of Minnesota. He runs an amazing brokerage out there. If you're in the area, take a look at Realty Group. They're expanding as well. So thank you for being on. You guys do such a great job in so many different aspects of real estate, but I want to talk to you about the way you run your recruiting because you use virtual assistants. So first, thank you. Tell me about that.
Yeah, you bet, Tristan. So for all the people who are listening in or are going to watch this later, live now or later, whatever it is, we're all in the people business, right? That's what we do in real estate. It's a people business. So at the end of the day, it's working with people and running a business. So I don't care if you're a solo agent, you are a team leader, you're a brokerage, you're an owner. You have to constantly recruit, not just employees, other agents or team members, but also customers or clients, right? Buyer, seller, that's all recruiting. So if you think about it, recruiting is marketing. So at the end of the day, because of that, it's a long game. You just don't do it today. And then because the problem we see in our industry, in real estate, we even come to production or growing a team. You do one of these, right? You build a really big team and then you kind of stop recruiting and then a few agents leave like, oh, I better go pick up a few more. Same with buy and seller. You have 3 closing for the month and also you got nothing working on for next month. So instead of having a consistent growth trajectory, we all do one of these. If you're not watching, you're just listening, I'm doing my hand up and down like peaks and valleys, right? So as a result, recruiting has to be part of your business plan, whether that's team members, agents, employees, customers, client. You have to have a plan in place. And first of all, for any business owner out there, whether you're a solo agent or team owner, systems run business, people run systems, okay? So first you have to have system process in place first, Tristan, leveraging technology, leveraging this, leveraging that, leveraging process system. Then and only then you start leveraging people. That's the only time you can scale yourself, right? Yep. Because when we first start out, if you do an organizational chart of your company, you're going to put down 5, 6, 7 boxes or roles. And most of the time it's my name or your name in all those boxes, right? That's how it starts out. Okay. Yeah. Long marketing, long listing presentation, long complete a PA. Once you put process system in place, you start leveraging other people. And one way that we have been able to do in all aspects of our business here, Mike, Bernie, and I, including recruiting, is leveraging virtual assistants. And I'll tell you why. Because not only because today with the COVID and all that stuff, right, working virtually is even more acceptable. I've actually been using virtual assistant, Tristan, for almost 15 years now. Yeah. So this is not new to us, okay? It's just more popular now. And I'll tell you why virtual assistant is great. Number one, because of virtual assistant, you've opened yourself up to a larger, bigger pool of talent, both geographically, right? And culturally and financially, okay? And I know that Lab Code Agent work very closely with Virtudesk. There's a My Outdesk out there. There's several third-party company. Even you can go direct to find people, but I highly, highly encourage checking out virtual assistants because once you start knowing your process system, you can start figuring out who best skill set can replace you to do whatever job, and you go find them.
Got it. I'm still processing what you said at the beginning, where you said systems run people, right? Not
systems
people.
Run business, people run systems.
And then you've been saying that for years. Can you go deeper on that? Because I want people to understand that fully.
Yep. So all of us, when we first start out a business, especially in real estate, right? It's just us, most likely. If you're on a team, you might get some leads to help you out. That's some marketing help, right? You might have someone who help you process your paperwork, like write up a purchase agreement or contract. But most of the time, it's just us. So for us to be more efficient, because we only have a certain amount of time. Yeah, time is one of those equalizer. I don't care if you're a billionaire, you're Tristan, you're Long, you're brand new agent. We all have the same amount of time. Yeah. So the only way to become more efficient is to make sure your process system is tight first. Okay. And there's one thing Mike and I do a lot here. We call the and then what exercise. you break everything down to the and then what exercise. It's a reverse engineer back everything. Okay. Do a listing. Okay. When I get a listing appointment, I go meet with them. They say yes, and then what? I maybe take a picture, go through the contract, right? And then once they sign a contract, what do I do next? I go back, I put the paperwork in, I upload the MOS, upload the photo, maybe do staging, and then what? And then what? I set up showings, and then what? Somebody make an offer, and then what? I get an offer, I negotiate. You write down every step, and then what? That's part of the process system. Because only then and then, Tristan, you can review your process system and go, ooh, that's inefficient. I'm already there in my appointment. Might as well take a picture while I'm there, whatever it might be, right? At least 1 or 2 to get started. I might do a quick measuring. I don't have to come back later. These are things you can tweak to be more efficient. That's a process system part. Once you got that tightened down, then you start looking, okay, who can do the stuff so I don't have to do it anymore? And that's when the people part come in, which is the virtual assistant piece.
Nice. All right. So tell me how the structure looks like for your current recruiting side with virtual assistants. And do you have any in-house staff for that too?
Yes. So Mike and I, we are up to over 50 some people here that work for us, and almost half of them are virtual assistants. So specifically in our recruiting department, we have all these process systems set up, right? We have a pretty tight, and we can come back and do a different one for recruiting, but we have a 10-step process we build out, because remember, recruiting is a long game, not a short game, right? Yep. So we do all these things like who we are, who do we want, because just like you, if you want to work with buyer seller, you have your market you want, right? You might be $1 million or more in price point. You only want to do listing, you want to do whatever. So you want to know who your audience are. Yep. So then we start going to find where we find them from. There's broker metrics, there's, market view broker, there's your MOS, whatever you need, Realelix. And then you go find those people that you want. And then you craft your value proposition or your presentation ready. So you can get in front of them, right? Using social media, Facebook, all this other stuff. And then we start to give them a call. That's the next step in our process system, to get an appointment. Okay. And remember, we're not calling everybody. We're only calling the target audience of the people we already want, because we know the first 5 steps what to do, right? So this is where our virtual assistant comes into play for us. Most of the virtual assistants do more admin stuff, but particularly for us, I have 2 for myself, and Mike has 2 for his lead team. For me in recruiting, these 2 are calling off the list we gave them of the people we targeted, who we want, because they're who we want. We know who we want. So they just make the call to set the appointment. So they each make about 150 calls a day. Okay. Of about 150 calls a day, we know on an average, they will talk to 10 to 15% of those people. Okay. So that would be 15 to 20 conversations. When I say that, I mean someone pick up the phone and actually talk to them, right? They dial 150 people, they make a phone call, and 15, 20 people pick up the phone, say, hi, so-and-so. Okay. And then they go into their script. We gave them the script because we have a process system in place. Would you like to meet with Long or Mike to talk about Realty Group? Blah, blah, blah. They say no. What's the overcome the objection? Of those 10 to 50%, 10 to 50% of those say yes to meeting us, which means 1 to 2 appointments a day from each of them. Okay. Now you do the math, Tristan. That's 4 appointments a day on an average we're getting. Sometimes we get up to 6, 4 appointments a day. And I'm on a 4-day recruiting meeting, Monday to Thursday. I leave my Friday open to catch up, whatever, right? That's 16 to 20 opportunity you have a week. Damn. Which is why Mike and I went from 8 agents to 700 agents in about 5 years. All right. So, and here's the cool thing. It's people we want. We didn't call everybody on our MOS, right? We know who we are and who we want. So that's one part of our virtual system we leverage. The next part is the follow-up. After we talk to them, they say, yes, I want to join. Hey, I'm not ready yet. What's next? Our virtual system, again, follow-up process system with a follow-up. Hey, Long and Mike want me to invite you to a happy hour they have going on next week, because we met and they haven't decided, right? Hey, there's a big business planning training coming up in the fall. Long wanted me to reach out and invite you, we just want to get in front of them, because here's what's going to happen. We had one just join us that we met a year ago, Tristan, and been on a drip campaign of follow-up. He literally called and said, I met you, Long, a year ago. My broker just pissed me off because my check was $14 off. Whoa. Whatever that straw that broke the camel's back. He's like, I'm pissed off, but why? You know what? I met with Long. He's been staying on top because out of sight, out of mind, right? I'm ready to make a switch, and I remember Long. I don't remember anybody else out there. I'm not checking because I need to move today. That's the same for your buyer, seller, right? If you're not in front of them when they're ready to buy, sell the home, they're going to call it a long lost cousin or Zillow agent. They're not going to think of you. So again, the virtual assistant allows you to do a lot of things you don't have time to do, and or you need to focus your time on other higher income producing activities.
All right, so let's break that down a little bit more, because now that, hold on, I actually have a flow chart of something similar. I want to share.
I remember seeing something.
You've never seen this one.
Oh, okay, new one. All right.
So this one's a new one. All right, tell me if you can see it.
Yep, I can see it.
All right, so I want to take you through this, because obviously you guys have more experience in this than I do, right? So this is a new agent recruiting one. The blue ones are really where we're making the searches, right? We go to LinkedIn, find the right candidate. We go to social media, find the right candidate. We go to MLS. Any other places that you have your virtual assistant search for people?
Yep, right now they do that right now in those, except we use tools such as broker metrics, market view broker, or Realestate instead of MLS, right? Because the MLS is a little more, the information is there, but it's not friendly user.
Yep,
so
I agree.
So everything you're showing it, we do too, but we use other tools. All right. And they do that for us. Yes.
So they do all this for you. Perfect.
Correct.
So I just added broker metrics on my end because I'm familiar with that one. All right. Now, after that, how is it that you qualify the candidates? What are you looking for?
That's correct. So we know who we want. Remember, because we have all these steps, right? So we have literally 4 buckets of agent we go after, Tristan, when it comes to recruiting. Number one is geographically, because Mike and I still have brick and mortar. We have 7 offices in Minnesota and Wisconsin right now. So we know this. Human without a human interaction. Most agents work from home. They all have the home office set up. But when they get out of their cave, they want to go somewhere and hang out, right? Or they may come to an office twice a year, Tristan, but they want to know there's one nearby. So for us, we go about 30 minutes radius of an office we have. So that's a 1 bucket, right? Geographically. Okay. Nice. The second one is by production. So in our production bucket, we break them down to mini buckets, the 0 to 6 deals a year, 6 to 12, 12 to 24, 24 plus a year. They all have different things they're looking for, right? Different needs. One might be more training, mentorship. One might be more lead. One might be more technology. One might be mentorship. Whatever they need is we craft a value proposition for those buckets specifically so that they're more interested in wanting to meet with Mike or I, okay? And then the next bucket is by a model. Okay, what I mean by that is a W-2 model, a split model, a flat fee, transactional fee model. We know who we are and we know who we want to go after. So we are a flat fee model, 100% commission here, and we get a broker fee. So we know that. So we go after people who have split model, right? Because if you go from a 50-50 to 100%, our value proposition will be more money. Okay, the other last bucket we go off is the actual type of company. So like KW, Remax, Coldwell, EXP, we know all their strengths and weaknesses. So we come in to show, hey, you're there, you're probably not getting this, this, and this. We could give you those solutions for your needs, okay? Because we believe at the end of the day, there are many, many, many good brokerages and models out there. It's all about alignment. For that specific agent, maybe they need leads at this time. Last year they didn't anymore. This time maybe they do, right? Maybe someone need more technology. Maybe someone need more money, more admin help. Whatever that might be, we always take the high road. We never put any other model company down, but we go tell them what we do better if that agent is looking for that specifically. So that's how we know they qualify. We also very rarely go after brand new agents. And when they do, they have to be committed to full-time and or to be able to attend our training and learn how to do it, right? And take leads and work them. And then they have to go through our mentorship program. We do not let them come into our company unless they go through our mentorship program. We have a 12 units, which essentially translate to a 12 weeks program of 12 different topics they need to learn how to do.
And do you let them know ahead of time, hey, you're also going to be going through this training program?
Absolutely, yeah. They don't agree to it, don't take them.
Oh, no. Where do you have this training program? Is it all built into the back end of your system?
Yep, Mike runs a lot with that. We have an LMS that we built out already. It's a 12, like, for example, how to use Follow Boss. Like that's what we use. If you don't know how to use Follow Boss, you're not going to be able to manage your business, you know? How to do some social media marketing, how to use our CRM, how to set up MOS searches, reverse search, how to do a CMA, how to do a listing presentation, all the stuff that we want them to know so they can go out and be successful.
Nice, dude. I like that. All right. You're going to qualify the candidates based on I love the approach. Now you just checked out the demographic. That's pretty much your demographic. It's like,
yeah,
all right.
Yep.
Dude, I love that. Great job on that breakdown.
Thank you.
So what happens after that? What happens after?
Yep. So then now our VA again come back to the picture on the follow-up, right? And then if they say yes, they're part of our onboarding. So again, my process system is when I meet somebody and they say yes, they want to join us, and I'm like, oh yeah, we take you because most likely we're already in alignment. Remember, we only target people we think is going to be a good fit for us, right?
Yeah.
So now it's all about making sure, excuse my French if you want to black it out, we have a no asshole rule, right? If we meet them and you can just tell they're not a good fit. So I don't think so. But most likely they say, yes, I want to join you along. I'm like, you're the one we're looking for because we targeted you. So I would send an email, say, hey, thank you. Here's everything we talked about, like a recap. And on the subject line, that's our process system, license transfer, Tristan. Now I copy my team in, they jump in and they follow the onboarding process, VA, okay? They follow with the agent, they get them the application for transfer, they do this, do this, do this, do this. The second email is follow-up meeting. Hey, I just met with Long just to find out more. I haven't decided yet, but God, you got me interested. I think I'd like to talk more. Boom, here's a follow-up. They follow up, set up another meeting with Long or Mike, whatever it might be. VA again, jump back in. The third email is thank you. I'm really happy where I'm at. I love your motto though. I'll keep it in mind. That's the one where we follow up again. Hey, Long wanted me to invite you to a happy hour. We got this big business training. We just want to stay in front of them. That's how that one agent a year later, $14 off his commission check. We had example, like I call my broker, he didn't call me back for 3 days. So I'm gone. Guess what? I met you. I got email from you. I got call from your people all the time. I'm ready to go today.
All right. So how do you follow up with these people later? Who's in charge? Do you have a separate set of VAs following up, or is it the same VAs?
You have the same VA because part of their calling 150 calls a day is to set up appointment and then certain time block off for them to do the follow-up, right? And then that's the team. After that, our onboarding is totally different people. We have 4 or 5 VAs for that, okay? Because after they onboard, remember, this is our honeymoon period. That agent come over and they're getting the text, the email, the phone call. Tristan, I saw you move to Realty Group. What's going on, man? How do you like it? Oh, it's awesome here. I mean, they got me on board. It's so smooth, all these other things, right? That's why our VA is assigned to make the onboarding process the best experience they're going to have.
What does that look like? Because I think the onboarding is part of the recruiting. Without it, it fails.
Correct. Yeah, because guess what? That agent might already bring 3 more agents with them because the onboarding experience is so good.
Dude, all right.
Tristan, you and I, when we say how great our company, our team is, no one listens. But when the other agent, your agent says it, people listen.
That's so true. All right. How many VAs do you have recruiting?
So I have all the entire process, okay? I'm just going to quick in my head about between 8 and 10.
All right. And that's
8 and 10 different VA are touching different parts of the recruiting.
Got it. And then you said did you say you had 5 VAs onboarding? Or
yep, 5 to 6 are different stages of the onboarding because after our onboarding is broken down into 3 different stages, Tristan. When they said, yes, I want to join you, we have a pre-onboard. Right before you onboard, okay? Pre-onboard is, hey, what's your email look like? Are you using Gmail, using whatever? Hey, what file do you have going on? You're closing, it's pending, it's whatever, in escrow, right? All the things we need to figure out what to do with them, right? You got to figure that out. How about your CMA, a CRM? You need to export your database first before you import it into here. Can you get your email addresses from all your clients out somewhere? We want to get them all ready so that when we transfer, it's smooth. And then we onboard them. Okay, we're going to get you for your application. We're going to contact our state association. We're making you transfer from KW to Realty Group. By the way, one of every 3 agents with us, they come from a Keller Williams in the market. We seem to be very friendly with Keller Williams agent. Yeah. And then once they onboard us, again, quite a few steps, 94-point checklist to be exact, the onboard that the VA follow, because remember, we have process system in place. Now the people run the system, right? System run business, people run systems. So people just follow the system in a process. And then once they're onboarded with us, we have post-onboard, Tristan. Okay, now that you're here, we need to schedule one-on-one with you to get you set up with Follow Boss. with Y logo, with whatever. And the very last step, within the first 30 days onboarding, we will hand select the most influential agent or one we love to highlight, and we'll do a testimonial video. Let's say it's a really good KW agent that came from an office down the street from us, one of a big competitor. We'll do the video. We drop a pin on them. So everyone comes to the office within 1 mile radius. We'll see this awesome video of Tristan said, I'm here with Long and Mike. I love it here. You guys got to check it out.
Dude, I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes, Long. Okay. On the onboarding section, do you split that up into 3 sections, like
Yep, pre-onboard, onboard, and post-onboard, correct.
That's what I thought. Okay, so onboard. So tell me about post-onboarding. Oh, actually, first, because we've got 5 minutes, but I have a question on how you transfer the technology over, because like you mentioned CRM.
Yeah. So let's say they're not using Follow Boss, right? They're using something else. We want them to be aware when you make the transfer, many brokers, as soon as you let them know you're leaving, they'll shut you out.
Yeah.
Right? So we want you to be aware of it. We're not stealing anybody information, but if your database, you know how to export your database into an Excel format or whatever, right? So that by the time you come over to us, we can import that into our CRM. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So there's certain instruction we give them without getting, in trouble, like we're poaching another agent or doing anything bad. We can't get into the system. We can't get to another broker system. We just want to let them know. You don't know how, you might want to talk to whoever, because we can't help you until you become our agent, but you need to be thinking about these things.
Dude, I like that. All right. So do you have a VA that's in charge of, let's say, taking my database, taking everything and saying, okay, let's transfer this over so it's a smooth transition?
Yep, that is part of the 5 to 6 people on our onboarding team.
Nice. And that's part of the 94-point checklist?
You got it.
Dude, that's an insane checklist, bro.
Right. All the way down to you want us to order business card ahead for you, right? You want us to transfer your domain to our new website, every little thing we can think of. You have your own for sale sign. If so, we can help you rewrap them, and everything, man, all the way down to whatever. I mean, it's hey, we have 7 offices. Which of those offices do you want to belong to? So we put you in the right one. Which local association are you with? You're going to find out you have about the same amount of stuff you need to take.
I love that, dude. All right. Anything else you want to add when it comes?
The last thing I will say is this: virtual assistant is great, not just for recruiting, for everything. So one thing you need to, you can probably Google and find it. It's called a 6th level of delegation. 6th level of delegation. Okay. This is how you can start building process system and start delegating to virtual assistant. So number 1, the easiest level is called direct order. That's a simple task. Okay. Hey, VA, always make phone call until you can set an appointment for me. That's it. That's done. Okay. The second task is maybe a research task, a little more complicated. Hey, go into broker metrics. Based on this parameter I give you, give me the list of the people that I'm asking you to get for me. That's a 2nd level of delegation. The 3rd level is research and recommendation. After you research all this out, tell me who you think we should be calling, because, hey, these are the number of production they have that within 25 minutes of our White Bear Lake office. I think we should call these people. Done. Okay. 4th level of delegation: research, update, and recommend. Hey, I just did broker metrics 30 days ago, but I just did an updated one, and we got a bunch of new agents went to EXP, and maybe we should take a look at EXP. Maybe they don't like EXP because now they're all virtual, right? We should follow up and say, hey, how's your move going? Because with Redolix, it has AI function. It can tell you the at-risk agent. Ooh. These are the 5 agents from that office are probably thinking about moving based on their search pattern or whatever they're doing, right? And then the 5th level of delegation, you do that a lot, Tristan, you and I, limited authority with a cat. Hey, Aubrey, you can do all of this stuff, but anytime you go over this, you need to check with me, right? Here's a company credit card, go out and buy supply, but if you go over $500, you have to check with me for approval. And then the 6th level is full authority, extreme ownership. Hey, Long, you do all the recruiting. Mike, I do all the training, whatever it might be, and you come back and ask each other for help. Using those 6th level delegation, you can start plugging in virtual assistant in every one of those steps.
Dude, I like that a lot. I hope you took notes, everybody. If not, replay this, rewind it. Long, where do we find you if we want to join your company? Or
yeah, so if you right now we're Minnesota and Wisconsin, going to Florida and Arizona, I think soon, but just Google Long Doan in Minnesota. I'll probably pop up everywhere. Realty Group, mn.com is another landing page, MN for Minnesota, realtygroup.mn.com. You know, man, you and I both, right? We get a lot of requests through IM for help. You can
Yep.
find me there through Facebook as well.
I love it. And if anybody has any questions about a virtual assistant, just reach out to me. I'll help you out. We know that. Long, thank you so much, man. This was very, very good and very in-depth. Thank you.
Always good to talk to you, bud.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Later.
it. Thanks, everybody.